Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Canadian pennies to discover the top 5 most valuable 1-cent coins. Could you have one of these rare treasures hiding in your collection? Let's find out as we explore their history, unique features, and why they're worth so much. Let's get started. The 1981 Canadian penny was minted during a time when the 1-cent coin was a staple of everyday transactions. Made by the Royal Canadian Mint, it features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin, and the iconic maple leaf twig on the reverse, created by G. E. Kruger Gray. This coin is composed of 98% copper, with traces of zinc and tin, giving it a distinctive reddish hue. Over 673 million pennies were produced in 1981, making it a common year for circulation. Key features of the 1981 penny. Let's take a closer look at its key features. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II is shown in a mature profile, wearing a tiara. The legend reads Elizabeth II DG Regina, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. The reverse showcases 2 maple leaves on a twig, a symbol of Canada's natural heritage, with the words 1 cent and Canada below, and the year 1981. The coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.24 grams. Minting variations and errors. Did you know that not all 1981 pennies are created equal? While most were minted in Ottawa, some were struck at the Winnipeg facility. Error coins from this year, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can be particularly valuable to collectors. Keep an eye out for any imperfections, as these can significantly increase the coin's worth. Metal composition and melt value. Interestingly, the copper content of the 1981 penny makes it worth more than its face value and melt value alone. However, due to laws in Canada prohibiting the melting down of coins, you can't simply scrap them for copper. That said, the intrinsic value of copper has made pre-1997 Canadian pennies, including the 1981 issue, more desirable. Current market value. So, how much is a 1981 Canadian penny worth today? In circulated condition, it's typically valued at face value or slightly above, depending on its condition. Uncirculated or mint state coins, however, can fetch anywhere from 50 cents to $5 or more, especially if graded by a professional service. Rare error coins can be worth even more, so it's always worth checking your collection. Collectability and popularity. Despite being a common coin, the 1981 penny holds sentimental value for many Canadians, as it's a relic of a bygone era. With Canada discontinuing the penny in 2012, collectors have been snapping up older examples, especially those in pristine condition. It's a simple, affordable way to start a coin collection or add to an existing one. Tips for coin collectors. If you're looking to collect 1981 pennies, focus on coins with minimal wear and a clear, sharp strike. Storing them properly is crucial. Use coin flips or albums to prevent damage. And if you suspect you have an error coin, consider having it professionally graded to determine its true value. Fun facts about Canadian pennies. Here are some fun facts. The maple leaf design has been used on Canadian pennies since 1937. And did you know? In 1981, the average hourly wage in Canada was about $6.50, meaning a penny held much more purchasing power than it does today. Viewer interaction. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you have a 1981 Canadian penny in your collection? Or perhaps a different year with an interesting story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and trivial. Second, the 1985 Canadian penny was minted during a time of economic growth in Canada. These pennies were ubiquitous in daily transactions and a symbol of Canada's rich heritage. Produced by the Royal Canadian Mint, the coin reflects Canada's commitment to quality minting and design. This was one of the final decades before the eventual discontinuation of the penny in 2012, making it a collectible for modern-day enthusiasts. Physical characteristics. On the obverse of the 1985 penny, we see the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This iconic image was used on Canadian coins from 1965 to 1989. The reverse features the famous maple leaf twig, designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, a symbol of Canada's natural beauty. The coin is 19.05 millimeters in diameter, weighs 2.5 grams, and is composed of copper-plated zinc, a shift from the earlier all-copper coins. Minting and production numbers. The Royal Canadian Mint struck over 673 million 1-cent coins in 1985, making it a common year for this denomination. However, not all coins are created equal. Coins with exceptional condition or rare minting errors can stand out in the numismatic world. Stay tuned to learn how to spot valuable variations. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is discovering rare errors. For 1985 pennies, collectors keep an eye out for double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These errors occur during the minting process and can significantly increase the coin's value. If you have a 1985 penny, examine it closely under magnification for any anomalies. Market value and collectability. So, how much is a 1985 Canadian penny worth today? In circulated condition, these coins are typically worth their face value or slightly above. However, uncirculated or mint state examples can sell for 50 cents to $3, depending on their grade. Error coins or those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can fetch significantly higher prices. Speaking of grading, the condition of a coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. An MS65 or higher 1985 penny is rare and highly sought after. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition, consider having it graded to maximize its value. Why collect the 1985 penny? The 1985 Canadian penny is a fantastic addition to any collection, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector. It represents a time when the penny was still a vital part of everyday life in Canada. Plus, its affordability makes it an easy entry point for new collectors looking to explore Canadian numismatics. Fun facts about the 1985 penny. Here are a few fun facts. The 1985 penny marked one of the last years before the Royal Canadian Mint switched to zinc cores with copper plating. Additionally, while Canada retired the penny in 2012, billions of these coins are still in circulation or tucked away in collections. It's a tiny piece of history with a big story. Tips for finding and storing pennies. If you're hunting for 1985 pennies, start by checking old coin jars or asking family members who may have stashed away change. To preserve your coins, use coin flips, airtight capsules, or albums to prevent damage from air, moisture, or handling. Proper storage is key to maintaining their value. Second, the 1998 Canadian penny was minted during a time when the 1-cent coin was still widely used in daily transactions across Canada. However, discussions about its future were already beginning due to its rising production costs and decreasing purchasing power. This coin represents a transitional period in Canadian numismatics, bridging the gap between its historical significance and its eventual discontinuation in 2012. Design feature. Let's talk about the design. The obverse, or head side, features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Petrie Hunt. This design, introduced in 1990, shows the Queen wearing a crown, symbolizing her role as Canada's monarch. On the reverse, we see the iconic maple leaf twig, designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, which has been featured on Canadian pennies since 1937. The inscriptions include 1 cent, Canada, in the year 1998. Composition and specifications. The 1998 penny measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.25 grams. Its composition consists of 98.4% zinc and 1.6% copper plating, a shift from the earlier all-copper pennies. This cost-saving measure was introduced in 1997, making the 1998 penny part of the newer generation of lightweight coins. Its shiny, copper-plated finish gives it a distinct appearance compared to older pennies. Minting figures. In 1998, the Royal Canadian Mint produced over 1.2 billion pennies. While this makes it a relatively common year, not all coins are equal. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or those with rare minting errors can stand out and fetch higher values in the collector's market. Errors and variations. Errors and variations are what make coins truly exciting for collectors. For the 1998 penny, keep an eye out for doubled dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These errors, which occurred during the minting process, are rare and can significantly increase the coin's value. If you suspect you have an error coin, a magnifying glass or microscope can help you spot these unique features. Market value. So, how much is a 1998 Canadian penny worth today? In circulated condition, it's usually worth its face value or slightly more to collectors. Uncirculated examples, especially those in mint condition, can sell for 50 cents to $2. Error coins or professionally graded specimens in high grades, such as MS-65 or higher, can command prices upwards of $5 to $20, depending on rarity and demand. Why collect the 1998 penny? The 1998 penny is a great choice for both novice and seasoned collectors. It represents an important time in Canada's numismatic history and is part of the series leading up to the penny's eventual retirement. Its affordability makes it accessible to beginners, while the potential for rare errors adds excitement for experienced collectors. Tips for collecting and preserving. To start collecting 1998 pennies, check your loose change or ask family members if they have old jars of coins. When storing your coins, use protective holders, flips, or albums to prevent scratches, tarnishing, or other damage. For high-value coins, consider using airtight capsules or having them graded by a professional service to preserve their condition. Fun facts about the Canadian penny. Here's a fun fact: the maple leaf design on the reverse of Canadian pennies has been used for over 75 years, making it one of Canada's most iconic coin designs. Another interesting point is that it cost more than a penny to produce a single 1-cent coin by the late 1990s, leading to its eventual discontinuation in 2012. Despite this, billions of pennies remain in circulation or hidden away in collections. Second, the 2008 Canadian penny was minted during the final years of the 1-cent coin circulation in Canada. By this time, the production cost of pennies had surpassed their face value, prompting discussions about discontinuing them. Despite this, the penny continued to be a symbol of Canadian identity and a vital part of daily transactions. The 2008 penny, therefore, stands as one of the last chapters in the story of this iconic coin. Key design features. Let's look at the design. The obverse of the 2008 penny features the image of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt in 2003. Unlike previous portraits, this one shows the Queen without a crown, symbolizing a more modern and approachable monarchy. The reverse features the classic maple leaf twig designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, an enduring symbol of Canada's natural beauty. The coin's inscriptions include 1 cent, Canada, in the year 2008. Composition and specifications. By 2008, the penny had evolved in composition. This coin is made of 94% steel, 1.5% nickel, and 4.5% copper plating, making it lighter and more cost-efficient than earlier versions. It measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.35 grams. These changes reflect the Royal Canadian Mint's efforts to reduce production costs while maintaining the coin's iconic design. Minting figures. The Royal Canadian Mint produced over 1.3 billion pennies in 2008, making it a common year for this denomination. However, as with any coin, variations and errors can make certain examples more valuable. With such a high mintage, finding a 2008 penny isn't difficult, but finding one in pristine condition or with errors is another story. Error coins and variations. Speaking of errors, collectors love coins with unique characteristics. For the 2008 penny, look out for issues like double dies, die cracks, or misaligned strikes. These minting errors are rare and can significantly increase the coin's value. Some error coins have sold for several dollars or more at auctions, making them a treasure for collectors. Market value. So, what's a 2008 Canadian penny worth today? In circulated condition, it's typically worth its face value or slightly more. Uncirculated examples can sell for 50 cents to $2, depending on their condition. Error coins, especially those with significant or unique flaws, can command higher prices, often in the $5 to $20 range or more, depending on rarity. Collectability and sentiment. The 2008 penny is a popular choice for collectors. Being one of the final years of production before the penny was discontinued in 2012, it holds sentimental value for many Canadians. It's an affordable and accessible coin for beginner collectors while still offering potential treasures for seasoned numismatists. Tips for finding and preserving. If you're looking to add a 2008 penny to your collection, check through old coin jars or pocket change. To preserve its condition, store your coins in coin flips, albums, or airtight capsules. This prevents scratches, tarnishing, and other damage that could reduce their value. Fun facts about Canadian pennies. Here's a fun fact: by 2008, it cost about 1.6 cents to produce a single 1-cent coin, leading to increased discussions about its viability. Another interesting point is that the maple leaf design on the reverse has been in use since 1937, making it one of Canada's longest-standing coin designs. Second, the 2003 Canadian penny was minted during a transitional era. By this time, the penny had become less practical in daily life, with production costs often exceeding its face value. However, the coin remained an essential part of Canadian currency, symbolizing the nation's heritage and everyday commerce. This year is particularly notable because it features two variations of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, which we'll explore shortly. Key design features. Let's dive into the design. The obverse, or head side, features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This year saw two versions, the older design by Dora de Petrie Hunt, used since 1990, and a new portrait introduced to mark the Queen's Golden Jubilee. Both versions carry the legend Elizabeth II DG Regina, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. The reverse showcases the iconic maple leaf twig designed by G. E. Kruger Gray, along with 1 cent, Canada, and the year 2003. Minting and composition. Now, let's talk about how the 2003 penny was made. The coin has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and weighs 2.35 grams. It's composed of steel with copper plating, a cost-saving measure introduced in 2000. Over 900 million 2003 pennies were struck by the Royal Canadian Mint, making it a common year. However, as with any coin, variations and errors can set certain examples apart. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 2003 penny is the two obverse designs. The original portrait by Dora de Petrie Hunt shows the Queen wearing a tiara, while the updated design by Susanna Blunt depicts a more mature, crownless Queen. The latter is also known as the uncrowned effigy. Collectors often seek both versions for their collections, as they represent a unique transition in Canadian coinage. Errors in collectible value. Errors can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. For the 2003 penny, look out for issues like double dies, die cracks, or misaligned strikes. These errors occur during the minting process and are highly sought after by numismatists. Some error coins can fetch several times their face value, depending on rarity and demand. Current market value. In circulated condition, the 2003 penny is typically worth its face value or slightly more to collectors. Uncirculated examples, especially those with the newer portrait, can sell for 50 cents to $2. Error coins or professionally graded specimens in mint state can command higher prices, ranging from $5 to $20 or more. Significance of the 2003 penny. Although it's no longer in production, the 2003 penny holds a unique place in Canadian numismatics. It symbolizes a turning point in both design and material composition. For collectors, it's a reminder of Canada's evolving currency and the artistry involved in minting these small but meaningful coins. Tips for collecting 2003 pennies. If you're interested in adding the 2003 penny to your collection, here are some tips. Look for coins in excellent condition with minimal wear. Aim to acquire both portrait variations to complete the year set. And, if you're lucky, keep an eye out for error coins. Store your pennies in coin holders or albums to preserve their condition. Fun facts about Canadian penny. Here are a few fun facts. Did you know that Canada officially discontinued the penny in 2012? The decision was made to save costs and improve efficiency. Despite this, billions of pennies are still in circulation or tucked away in collections. The 2003 penny, with its dual portraits, is particularly memorable for collectors. Please subscribe my channel.